To create a Gmail account, we're going to go to the web address mail, M-A-I-L, .google, Google.com. Now this brings us to the normal login screen, as you can see here, typing in a username and password. But since we don't have one of those, we're going to choose Create an Account, which is this red button up here. And we'll click on that button. Now, that brings us to this form to fill out right here. We will start out by putting in our first name and our last name. And choosing a username here, we can choose whatever that we want so long as it is not taken up by somebody else. So we are going to choose scs.education.2012. Now, creating a password, we need to use at least 8 characters. So we will use just a simple string of letters. And it shows that our password strength is good. Now if we add a series of numbers at the end, and it is a little bit longer than 8 characters, we actually have 11 here, and it'll actually show you the password strength is strong. The better the combination of letters that are in there, and the better the combination of letters, numbers, characters, other symbols and stuff that are in there, the stronger the password will actually be. But for simplicity's sake, we are just going to choose just a simple 8-character password. And down here at confirm your password, you will want to type in the same thing that you did before. Now the birthday, we will fill out as just whatever your birthday is. And then for our gender, we'll pick the one that we want there. Now, for mobile phone, you can choose to put it in there. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It will ask you multiple times as you log in once in a while to provide that information. You could then click skip. Not a problem. Your current email address. Again, both of these items are used for recovering your account. If you're forgetting your password or forgetting whatever your clues are to be able to get in, this gives you the ability to basically email them from that account and ask them to be able to unlock it so they know that this is the actual person that they're trying to do. Now, down here, basically we're going to prove that we are not a robot. We are proving that we are in fact human. Now we can click here, skip this verification, which is typing out what is called a CAPTCHA. And in some cases you actually do have to provide your phone number and they will call you and you type in letters, numbers, whatever is on the screen in front of you to make sure that there actually is a person on the other end. But in this case we're going to go ahead and type this out. And I know for some people this is very difficult to read, but we have here TARISTS and a capital B, and we'll put a space in between these two, and then the second one is WRITERS. Now of course we are in the United States here, but you can choose whichever one that you want. There's a multitude to choose from. Now these next two is basically something that we need to agree to. This is the terms of service and privacy policy. If you want to read those, you can click on either one of these links and it will give you more information to what you are actually agreeing to. Now this right here is Google may use my account information to personalize +1s. That is their social network with Google+. on content and ads and non-Google websites. We are going to go ahead and select this. And then after that, go ahead and click Next Step. Now we have our profile here. We can add a photo if we have it. In this case, we are just going to hit the next step. And it says welcome. Now you're ready to search, create, and share across lots of Google products, and basically mention some stuff that they do. Your new email address is scs.education.2012@gmail.com. So this login is not just a login for your Gmail, but it also becomes your login to things like YouTube, things like their searching service and their Google Plus, and that way all of your stuff is under one username. You don't have 15, 16 different accounts that you have to keep track of. Everything is all under this one login. Now we're going to go ahead and click Continue to Gmail, and it goes ahead and loads there, as you can see. And this is a good little guide here for getting started. If you want to, go ahead and go through this, but we are going to go ahead and click on No Thanks on this. But they do have some very good information. So if you have created this, please feel free to go ahead and go through Get Started. It will tell you a great deal of things that you need to know. To read an email, simply select the email that you want to read and click on it. This then fills in the email, and you can then read it here. This thing just basically tells you about different settings that you can select to customize the colors and the appearance of your Gmail interface. Of course, all of your menus and stuff here will be the same, but you can change background colors, you can change the different menus across here and how they interact. As soon as we're done with it, there's several different things that we can choose. There's Back to Inbox up here. There is Archive. We'll get into that into a later session. Report Spam. If this is a message that you feel like is a spam or some kind of unwanted email, you can go ahead and click on that and it'll send this to your spam filter. We can delete it straight up. We can move it to one of our folders, and then we can tag it with a label. Many of these other options we'll get into in another episode. But for now, we're just going to go back to Inbox. To create an email, we are going to go over here and click on the button Compose. And this opens up a form that we can fill out to create the email. So in the To box, this is where we can select who it's going to. Let's say we want to send an email to me, so we will send it to elliot.swaincomputers.com. In the subject, we'll type something friendly like hello. Down here, this is the body. This is where we put the contents of the email of what we are actually sending. So let's just type up something simple. Hello, how are you? I am learning about sending emails. Thank you for taking the time to teach me. You can sign it, student, teacher, your name, whatever it happens to be. Now, as we were typing, you can see down here that the draft shows up as we have one unread draft message. This is automatically saved as a draft message. Once we have completed with this, all we need to do is hit the red button that says send. If we want to go ahead and save it, we can save it there. Discarding just completely discards this and doesn't save it as a message. But basically having it auto-saved in the draft, if we are in the middle of typing something and we need to go do something else, we can close this window, move on, go do something else, and we can come back and go back into that drafts folder and pick up on this email where we left off. In the interest of time, let's go ahead and send this email, and it will get sent off. As you can see here, it says your message has been sent. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment with this video, or you can email me at elliot.swain@swaincomputers.com, as you saw earlier in this video, or you can also visit our website at www.swaincomputers.com.